At 74 years old, Margaret thought she was prepared for everything that came with aging. She had raised 3 children, managed a small business, and still enjoyed tending her flower beds on sunny afternoons. But then her legs began to fail her. It started with a slight unsteadiness when getting up from her favorite recliner. A few weeks later, she found herself gripping the banister tightly as she climbed the stairs, her thighs burning with effort. One morning, Margaret bent down to pick up a dropped spoon, and her knees felt like they might give out entirely. The fear set in. What if she fell when no one was around? What if she lost her independence? Her daughter noticed the change. "Mom," she said softly, "you seem so tired lately." "What's going on?" Margaret shrugged. "It's just old age catching up with me, I guess." But deep down, she wasn't ready to accept that. The silent thief of strength. What Margaret didn't know was that she wasn't just getting older. Her muscles were literally shrinking. After the age of 50, most people lose about 1 to 2% of their muscle mass every year. By the time they hit 70, studies show that nearly 40% of total muscle can be gone. It's called sarcopenia, a silent condition that weakens legs, stiffens joints, and triples the risk of falls. And it doesn't happen all at once. First, stairs feel steeper. Chairs feel lower. Walks around the block take longer than they used to. Then one day the body simply refuses. Falls become more likely. Independence slips away. For Margaret, the wake-up call came when she stumbled in her kitchen, grabbing the counter just in time to avoid hitting the floor. "I can't keep living like this," she thought. A small but powerful shift. Determined to regain her strength, Margaret spoke to her doctor, who told her something surprising. "It's not too late," he said gently. "Your body can rebuild if you give it the right support." He explained that after 50, the body's ability to absorb certain vitamins and nutrients drops dramatically. Without them, muscles weaken even if you're eating well otherwise. Margaret was shocked. She had believed her diet was fine. A little toast in the morning, soup for lunch, and a modest dinner seemed healthy enough. But her doctor said, "It's not just about eating food, it's about eating the right food for your muscles." Margaret started making small changes. She added salmon and eggs to her breakfasts. She sprinkled seeds and nuts onto her salads. She even began sipping a magnesium-rich smoothie in the evenings. At first, she felt nothing. But by week 4, something shifted. She stood up from her recliner without using her hands. The stairs didn't seem so intimidating. Her walks with her neighbor's dog became longer, easier, and joyful again. Why didn't anyone tell me this sooner, she wondered. And Margaret's story isn't unique. There are millions of seniors silently losing strength every year simply because they don't know what their bodies need. But you don't have to be one of them. Your legs, your balance, your independence, it's all still within your reach. In the next few minutes, we're going to reveal 5 essential vitamins and nutrients that act like fuel for your muscles. These aren't exotic supplements or expensive treatments. They're simple, natural, and already available in your kitchen, or they could be. Margaret's story isn't rare. In fact, it's shockingly common. By age 60, the average person has already lost 15% of their muscle mass. This slow, silent decline is why everyday movements like climbing stairs or rising from a chair feel harder with each passing year. And here's something most people don't realize. It's not just aging. Your body's ability to absorb and use critical vitamins and nutrients changes dramatically after 50. For example, vitamin D, which helps your muscles contract properly, becomes harder to produce because your skin no longer makes as much from sunlight. Vitamin B12, essential for nerve health and muscle coordination, isn't absorbed as easily due to reduced stomach acid. And even if you're eating protein, your body's efficiency at turning it into new muscle slows down. It's like trying to build a house without the right tools. The research behind muscle loss. In one study published in the Journal of Geriatric Medicine, researchers found that seniors who were deficient in just 2 key nutrients, vitamin D and magnesium, lost muscle strength twice as fast as those who weren't deficient. Even more alarming, those who corrected their deficiencies saw a 30% improvement in leg strength within just 12 weeks. This isn't magic, it's biology. Your muscles aren't gone forever. They're waiting for the right fuel to rebuild. Mini tutorial: Is your body missing these? Here's how to tell if your body might be lacking these essential nutrients. Do your legs feel heavy or tired after short walks? Do you get muscle cramps, especially at night? Have you noticed slower reflexes or more frequent stumbling? If you answered yes to any of these, your body might be craving more of these muscle-supporting nutrients. But don't worry, this isn't about expensive supplements or complicated diets. You can give your body what it needs with simple natural foods. Why food beats supplements? Many seniors turn to pills and powders, but whole foods offer something supplements can't. Natural cofactors like vitamin C and zinc that help your body use protein and collagen effectively. Fiber and antioxidants that fight inflammation and keep your joints flexible. Think of it like a symphony. Each nutrient plays a part, but without the conductor, there's no harmony. Whole foods bring everything together. The path forward. Imagine your muscles as a dried-up sponge. The right nutrients act like water, restoring strength, flexibility, and resilience. The good news: these foods aren't exotic or hard to find. They're things you can add to your meals today, like a handful of seeds, a piece of salmon, or a serving of leafy greens. In the next section, we'll reveal the most common mistakes seniors make when trying to strengthen their legs and how to avoid them. Because knowing what not to do is just as important as knowing what to do. You've just learned how essential certain nutrients are for keeping your muscles strong. But here's the shocking truth. Many seniors sabotage their own strength every single day without realizing it. These aren't rare mistakes. They're common habits that quietly rob your legs of power, balance, and stability. Let's uncover the 3 biggest offenders. Mistake 1. Skipping protein in the morning breakfast has been called the most important meal of the day, and for good reason. After an overnight fast, your body is primed to absorb nutrients and kickstart muscle repair. But here's what happens instead. Many seniors start their day with coffee and toast, or worse, they skip breakfast entirely. This leaves their muscles starved of the amino acids needed to build and maintain strength. Over time, this deficiency can lead to weaker legs, slower reflexes, and a greater risk of falls. Quick fix. Start your morning with protein-rich foods like eggs, Greek yogurt, or a small piece of salmon. Even 20 to 25 grams can make a difference. Mistake 2. Trusting supplements alone. Walk into any pharmacy, and you'll see shelves lined with collagen powders, multivitamins, and protein shakes, each promising to restore youth and vitality. But most don't work as advertised. Why? Because they lack critical cofactors like vitamin C and zinc, which your body needs to actually use the nutrients. Think of it like trying to bake bread without yeast. You can mix the ingredients, but the bread won't rise. Quick fix. Focus on whole foods that provide both the nutrients and the cofactors needed for absorption. Mistake 3. Avoiding healthy fats. For decades, seniors were told to eat low fat to protect their hearts. But healthy fats like those in salmon, avocado, and olive oil are essential for producing hormones that maintain muscle mass. Without enough healthy fats, your body struggles to repair tissues and keep joints lubricated. Quick fix. Add a drizzle of olive oil to your vegetables. Enjoy half an avocado with lunch or snack on a handful of nuts. The wake-up call. Do these mistakes sound familiar? You're not alone. In one study, researchers found that seniors who avoided these 3 pitfalls gained up to 30% more leg strength in just 10 weeks. The key isn't to overhaul your entire diet overnight. It's about making small targeted changes that give your muscles the support they've been craving. And the first step is awareness. Cliffhanger. Now that you know what's silently weakening your legs, let's flip the script. In the next section, we'll uncover the 5 essential vitamins and nutrients your muscles are starving for and how adding just one of them to your meals could transform your strength. This is where everything starts to change. For years, William, a 76-year-old retiree, believed his daily walks were enough to keep his legs strong. But when he started struggling to stand from his recliner and noticed an unusual heaviness in his thighs, he brushed it off. "Maybe I'm just getting older," he told himself. It wasn't until a stumble on his front porch left him shaken and terrified that William went to his doctor. The diagnosis surprised him: a severe vitamin D deficiency. Why vitamin D matters for your legs. Vitamin D isn't just for bones. It plays a crucial role in muscle contraction and balance. Here's what happens. Without enough vitamin D, your muscles can't absorb calcium effectively. This leads to weakness, slower reflexes, and a higher chance of falls. Studies show that seniors low in vitamin D are twice as likely to suffer muscle loss compared to those with healthy levels. And it's more common than you think. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at converting sunlight into vitamin D. Add in more time spent indoors, and deficiency becomes almost inevitable. William's turning point. With his doctor's advice, William made two simple changes. He started eating vitamin D-rich foods like salmon and fortified eggs. He spent 15 minutes each morning sitting in the sun while sipping his coffee. 6 weeks later, the heaviness in his legs was gone. He could rise from his recliner without using his arms, and his confidence returned. "Who knew something so simple could make such a difference?" he said. How to get more vitamin D food sources: salmon, mackerel, sardines, egg yolks, fortified milk or plant-based alternatives, sunlight exposure. Aim for 10 to 20 minutes of morning sunlight on your arms and face a few times per week. Bonus tip: pair vitamin D with magnesium-rich foods like spinach or pumpkin seeds to boost absorption. Cliffhanger to nutrient 2. Vitamin D is only the beginning. There's another nutrient that fights inflammation and protects your joints while powering your muscles in a way vitamin D can't. Let's uncover it next. You've just learned how vitamin D supports your muscles at a structural level. But there's another piece of the puzzle, one that works deep inside your cells to fight inflammation, ease joint stiffness, and keep your muscles firing smoothly. It's called omega-3 fatty acids, and chances are you're not getting enough. The science behind omega-3s are essential fats that your body can't produce on its own. They reduce chronic inflammation that damages muscles and joints. Improve blood flow to your legs, delivering the nutrients your muscles crave. Support nerve function so your muscles respond quickly and accurately. In a study published in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, seniors who consumed omega-3s regularly experienced 20% greater muscle strength and reported fewer leg cramps. But here's the problem. Most Western diets are overloaded with omega-6 fats found in vegetable oils and processed snacks, which compete with omega-3s in the body. When this balance is off, inflammation takes over, and your legs pay the price. Are you deficient? Here are 3 subtle signs. Stiff, aching joints in the morning. Frequent leg cramps or pins and needles sensations. Feeling tired or weak after even light activity. If any of these sound familiar, omega-3 might be the missing link. Mini tutorial: how to boost omega-3. Naturally eat more fatty fish. Salmon, sardines, mackerel, and trout are rich sources. Aim for 2 to 3 servings per week. Add plant-based options. Flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts contain ALA, a plant form of omega-3. Sprinkle them on oatmeal or salads for an easy boost. Cook smarter. Replace vegetable oils with extra virgin olive oil or avocado oil. Pair with antioxidants. Foods like blueberries or spinach enhance omega-3's anti-inflammatory power. Why whole foods matter. While fish oil supplements are popular, they often lack the full spectrum of nutrients found in real food. Whole foods provide additional compounds like vitamin E that work synergistically with omega-3s to nourish your muscles and joints. Cliffhanger to nutrient number 3: omega-3s are vital, but they're not the whole story. There's another nutrient often overlooked that powers your nervous system and keeps your legs steady even on uneven ground. Coming up next, let's uncover vitamin B12 and why it's critical for seniors. You may think you're getting enough vitamin B12, especially if you eat meat, eggs, or dairy. But here's the shocking truth. Up to 40% of seniors over age 60 are deficient in this critical nutrient, even if they eat healthy. Why? Because, as we age, our stomachs produce less acid. This acid is essential for absorbing B12 from food. Without it, B12 passes through the body unused, leaving your nervous system vulnerable. The cost of deficiency. When your body runs low on B12, the first signs are subtle. A slight tingling in your feet, occasional balance problems when walking on uneven surfaces, feeling unusually tired after simple activities. But over time it gets worse. Your muscles may feel weaker because the nerves that control them aren't firing properly. In a landmark study from Neurology Journal, researchers found that seniors with B12 deficiencies were 3 times more likely to suffer falls than those with healthy levels. And the most alarming part, these seniors thought they were eating enough B12-rich foods. The mistake. Many seniors assume their daily multivitamin covers all their needs. But standard multivitamins often contain B12 in forms that are poorly absorbed by aging digestive systems. This leaves a hidden gap in their diet, one that weakens nerves and muscles silently over years. Quick fix. Focus on foods rich in bioavailable B12 and combine them with other nutrients that enhance absorption. How to rebuild your strength with B12 top food sources. Beef liver, clams, and sardines among the highest in B12. Eggs and fortified plant-based milks for lighter options. Pro tip: pair B12-rich foods with folate-rich greens like spinach or asparagus to support nerve regeneration. For vegans, vegetarians, choose B12-fortified cereals or nutritional yeast, and consider a doctor-approved methylcobalamin supplement. Success story. Eleanor's transformation. Eleanor, 78, used to feel lightheaded every time she stood up. She had several near falls in her kitchen and began to lose confidence in walking alone. Her doctor discovered a B12 deficiency. Within 8 weeks of focusing on B12-rich foods and simple dietary tweaks, Eleanor regained her balance and her independence. "It felt like someone turned the lights back on in my body," she said. Cliffhanger to Nutrient 4. Vitamin B12 protects your nerves and keeps your muscles responding. But what about the nutrient that helps your muscles relax and contract smoothly, preventing cramps and stiffness? Let's explore magnesium next. After learning about vitamin B12's role in nerve health, there's one more nutrient you need to keep your muscles working smoothly: magnesium. This essential mineral acts like a switch for your muscles, helping them contract and relax properly. Without it, your muscles may feel tight, achy, or even cramp suddenly, especially at night. Why magnesium matters. Magnesium supports over 300 biochemical processes in the body, including regulating nerve signals that control muscle movement, maintaining steady heart rhythms, reducing inflammation in joints and tissues. In seniors, magnesium deficiency is surprisingly common. A study in the Journal of Aging and Health found that adults over 60 who lacked magnesium were 50% more likely to experience muscle cramps and weakness. Signs you might be deficient: frequent leg cramps or spasms, tingling or numbness in your feet, difficulty sleeping or feeling restless at night. Step-by-step guide to boost magnesium. Naturally, Step 1. Eat magnesium-rich foods daily. Dark leafy greens, spinach, kale, Swiss chard, nuts and seeds, pumpkin seeds, almonds, cashews, whole grains, quinoa, brown rice. Aim for 2 to 3 servings of these foods per day. Step 2. Pair magnesium with vitamin D. Vitamin D helps your body absorb magnesium more efficiently. Try combining magnesium-rich meals with vitamin D sources like eggs or a short walk in the sun. Step 3. Stay hydrated. Even mild dehydration can trigger muscle cramps. Drink plenty of water throughout the day, and consider adding a pinch of sea salt to balance electrolytes. Step 4. Try an evening magnesium routine. A warm bath with Epsom salts can soothe tired muscles and improve magnesium absorption through the skin. Real-life application. Margaret, 74, struggled with restless legs at night. By simply adding a handful of pumpkin seeds to her afternoon snack and enjoying spinach with dinner, her nightly cramps disappeared within 3 weeks. It was such a small change, she said, but it gave me peaceful nights again. Cliffhanger to Nutrient 5. Magnesium is the mineral that calms your muscles. But what about the nutrient that gives them the raw building blocks to grow stronger, especially as you age? Up next, we'll explore protein and amino acids and why they're more important than ever for seniors. As we age, our bodies naturally lose muscle mass, a process called sarcopenia. But there's a simple truth many seniors overlook. Without enough protein and amino acids, your muscles can't rebuild, no matter how much you exercise. The science of muscle building. Dr. Laura Miller, a geriatric nutritionist with over 20 years of experience, puts it plainly. Think of protein as the bricks and amino acids as the mortar holding them together. Without both, your body can't maintain the structure of your muscles. After 60, your body becomes less efficient at processing protein. That means you need more protein, not less, to preserve muscle strength. In one study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, seniors who consumed higher quality protein daily maintained 30% more leg strength over 3 years compared to those with lower protein intake. Meet Frank's story. Frank, 80, thought he was eating enough. A bowl of cereal in the morning, a sandwich at lunch, and soup for dinner seemed fine. But his doctor pointed out he was only getting 40 grams of protein per day, far below the 60 to 75 grams recommended for older adults. Frank began making simple swaps: eggs and turkey sausage for breakfast, grilled chicken or lentils added to his lunch salad, a small protein smoothie in the evening. Within 6 weeks, Frank noticed a change. His legs felt steadier. He could stand up from his chair without pushing off the armrests. "It's like I got 10 years back in my legs," Frank said with a smile. Amino acids, the unsung heroes. Amino acids found in protein-rich foods are particularly important for seniors. They stimulate muscle repair and growth, improve coordination by supporting neurotransmitters, reduce the risk of falls by strengthening leg muscles. How to boost protein intake. Naturally, animal-based sources. Chicken, turkey, fish, eggs, and dairy provide complete proteins with all essential amino acids. Plant-based sources, lentils, chickpeas, tofu, quinoa, and nuts are excellent for vegetarians or those reducing meat. Pro tip: spread your protein intake evenly across meals to maximize absorption. Aim for 20 to 30 grams per meal. Cliffhanger to the closing: protein and amino acids are more than nutrients. They're your body's insurance policy against weakness and frailty. But eating the right foods is only half the battle. Coming up next, we'll tie everything together and show you how these changes can transform not just your legs, but your entire quality of life. You've made it this far, and that says something important about you. It means you're not ready to give up on your strength, your balance, or your independence. You care about your body, and you want to give it the chance to thrive no matter your age. Reclaiming strength starts here. Think back to the 5 nutrients we've just explored. Vitamin D, the sunshine nutrient, helping your muscles fire with confidence. Omega-3s, calming inflammation and keeping joints supple. Vitamin B12, protecting the delicate nerves that control your every step. Magnesium, allowing your muscles to contract and relax with ease. Protein and amino acids, rebuilding the very fabric of your strength. Each one is a piece of the puzzle. Together they create a foundation for a body that moves with purpose, not fear. This isn't about avoiding weakness. It's about building the strength to walk into every room with confidence. Imagine this picture yourself 6 months from now. You stand up from your chair easily, no hands needed. You climb the stairs without that familiar burn in your thighs. You stroll through the park with your grandchildren keeping up with their laughter instead of watching from a bench. This isn't wishful thinking. It's what happens when you fuel your body the way it was designed to be fueled. Your legs aren't just for walking, they're your gateway to freedom. It's never too late. Margaret thought her time had passed. William believed weakness was his new normal. Frank assumed he'd have to depend on others for the rest of his life. But they were wrong. And so are you if you think this decline is inevitable. Your body is waiting for you to take the first step. A gentle call to action. Before we end, let me ask you this. Which of these 5 nutrients will you focus on first? Type it in the comments. Your answer could inspire someone else watching to take that first step too. If you found even one helpful idea in this video, hit the like button. It tells us to keep creating more resources for seniors like you. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a chance to learn simple, powerful ways to care for your legs, your joints, and your independence. This channel is here for you every step of the way. A look ahead. In our next video, we'll reveal 3 surprising habits that silently destroy joint health and how to break them before they break you. So stay tuned. Your best years aren't behind you. They're right ahead if you take action now.